Hey, what's up, guys? It's Navarro, Penny Stocks Club 13. It's June 9th, 2020, and we're here to recap today's trades and what's on watch for tomorrow. Hopefully, we can end the week on a good note. And it's been tough this week. My account has been trading sideways, but it's better than it been going down. So, having said that, I'm looking forward to finishing up the week on a green note, and I'm gonna start with one that I believe has a good opportunity to make us some money, guys. I'm gonna start with FCEL. Again, those of you that are familiar with the fuel cell energy of FCEL, it's a company that manufactures battery packs or fuel cells, and it's a it's not new, but it's gotten a lot better. And I believe Walmart, Target, and Amazon, they all use their forklifts with this kind of battery packs, the fuel cells, electrical fuel cells. So uh, and I don't know if they contracted FCEL or Plug. Either way, Plug has made a big move, and Fuel Cell is their competition. So I believe it's the next one that's gonna be making a move soon. I've been holding this one at from 280, along with the members that follow me. So right now it broke above three again, and I got the levels here, the 275 level where I wanted it to hold support. It looks like it did that. I like that it's got bottom wicks in the past 3 days, including today, and I like that it closed at 304 above the $3 level, guys. So having said that, guys, it looks like it's ready to make its move. Hopefully, it will. We still have a couple of resistance levels that it needs to break, but that's actually a good thing in this, or in my opinion, because breaking over this levels, the 320 and the 340, that sometimes triggers more stop losses from shorts. So hopefully that'll increase the buying pressure and take it higher, take the price higher. So again, it's yet to be known, but again, I like the pattern. I'm trading what I see, and a company that's related to electric vehicles, which again we know that electric vehicles are in hot demand, and they produce battery packs that are better than the regular batteries because this one consume a lot less electricity, they save money, and they're cheaper to build. So they've got everything going for them at this particular point in time where electric vehicles are the hot topic right now. So FCEL, guys, again, we've been holding them from 280, and today it actually held support at exactly 280, came back and broke over three. And if we look at the daily right now, or I'm sorry, at the 1 day 3 minute, it made a new high after market at 310, guys. So it made a new high a day after market, and it started trickling up. So again, I like what I see, and I actually added some more at 302 in the afternoon. Okay, so actually went with a full position now. I'm in a full position with FCEL. Again, I just needed more confirmation, and right now, I like what I see, and I'm gonna stick to my trade plan. Again, if it fails, I'm looking at the 380 level. This is my entry. So at this point in time, I feel that I'm in a good position to either take profits tomorrow if I see that it's failing, because from through 280 to hopefully it opens where it's at right now, I'm up 10%, guys. And again, because I had my trading plan for the break of three, and for the break of three means that I believe that it can go higher than three. Okay, so we'll see what happens. And again, I'm very comfortable with this position. If so, let me move on to the next one, guys. I usually, go over 15 minutes on most of my videos, and I want to try to keep it lower than that. If so, the next one, to one of today's call outs was CHFS. CHFS, guys, it's an oversold pattern, but you can see the increase in volume. And not only that, but it broke over the 180 SMA. And let me zoom in for those of you watching on the phone or stuff like that. So it's got that oversold pattern, and you can see the 50 EMA, this blue line. It was a rejection, right? It was a resistance level. It just rejected it all the time. It finally broke over. It started creating this little ascending triangle. It I don't know, for the past month or so, this ascending triangle, it finally broke over, and now it kind of showed confirmation that it wants to continue going higher, especially because yesterday I had news that they're merging with a company for renal filtration, which helps out patients who have or children and patients who have kidney failure or kidney disease, and also COVID-19 patients, which, as you know, COVID-19 is spiking up right now. So people who are hospitalized with that and show signs of that. This is probably going to be something that's going to help this company be valued more than its current level at 0.68 right now. So we'll see how this one goes. I believe strongly in this one. And again, it had a big increase in volume. It had this big engulfing candle. If I draw this candle, guys, sorry, let me try to do this a better way. So if I draw this candle, guys, like this, kind of the same shape right here, and I'm just talking about the whole body, not the wicks. I mean, we can include them, but we're not talking about them right now. So if we use, I'm sorry, guys, hold on. There you go, activate. So if we put this and we compare it to all these levels, guys, it's about the same. This bigger than most of the candles that you see here, right? So it's kind of an engulfing candle, and that's a good sign. Usually, that's a bullish sign, and that's the reason I called it out. So we'll see what happens. And again, CHFS with a really good a pattern, and everything that I look for it checked all the boxes, guys. Above all the EMAs and the SMA, big increase in volume, big price action. It actually had a lot of movement today. So that's what I liked about it. So CHFS. Next one, this one's on watch for tomorrow, UAVS, and I know we called it out here, and you know I like that they make that move and then that curling action. Again, this one they manufacture drones, and they're rumored to be partnering up with Amazon for converting their agricultural drones into aerial delivery vehicles. So I like it over 170, and it can go, I believe, all the way up to this level right here, 250, possibly even more. But conservatively, over two would be some profit taking zone, 225, 250. That'll be my profit targets for UAVS. And another one that I see potential in, CPHS and I'm sorry, CPSH. Sorry about that, guys. It's CPSH. So this one is a type of pattern that I like. Again, the big push, then the curl, the big push, and then the curl back up. So this is more of a continuation pattern. I didn't see any recent news. Tried to look it up. There was no recent news, but the pattern is just a pure momentum pattern. And again, there's this three level here. If it breaks it and it continues to go, and I also went back on the 3 year 1 week. I look back and there's nothing else telling me where to go. um, I can go further back. I don't know, let me go back 5 years. Okay, there we go. So if you go back 5 years, that three level is critical, guys. So that's a very old resistance level, and if it breaks it, it's got room to run. It can be a good runner. Again, it does have an increase in volume. I would like to see a little more in it though, and right now it's trickling, and it after market, the last traded price was 292. So we'll see what it does tomorrow. Again, I like it around the $3 level for a possible push higher, because that $3 level is so critical on this one. So we're gonna keep it on a very, very tight watch. we'll keep it under the microscope. So CPSH, guys, and this one is actually one of the members from PSC 13 asked me the question, "Hey, well, do you see something on CPSH?" And I was telling him, yeah, actually, I have it on my watch list for tomorrow. I didn't get to call it out. I was out of the tournament today, and I just was trying. I got in the last 45 minutes of the closing hour of trading, and by the time I saw it was after market, and I didn't want to call it out after market when I had already called out other positions. And I want to keep it simple, and I don't want to put out a hoarding list where we're in 5 or 6 or 7 positions. So I just kept it simple. I just called out two stocks today, and that's pretty much the way we're gonna go. But I am gonna keep on putting up on the watch list other trade ideas, so that in case you miss some, you have the opportunity for others when they work. And the example that I want to give you is that if you've been following some of my calls like FCEL, UAVS, and they failed, remember that the same thing happened with Solo. I called it out. It failed. It crawled back up. We came back in. We make money, and that's been happening over and over. It kind of happens over and over because sometimes they make a big move, and stocks just need to take a breather. That's the way it goes. They can't go on shoot up on a straight line. People start taking profits, so they start coming back down. Shorts start coming in, then buyers see a buy zone. They start coming in, and they start trickling back up, right? So that's how support and resistance works. So that's why sometimes, if it starts curling back up, I usually take my money out, start looking for other possible money making ideas, and then when it hits my levels, then I enter the trade, and we go with it. Okay, so CPSH, guys, again, over 3, and we'll see if we can take a position on it tomorrow if it gives the opportunity. And I'm gonna go and talk about some of the stocks that have been on my watch list that we've called out, and again, they didn't work at the time, or they were just kind of winding up. And one of them was OGEN. I mentioned it before, and I gave you my trade idea. And hopefully, some of you caught it today. It was an awesome move. I was out at the tournament, and I got my phone was going off the hook. I had to turn it off because we're in the putting green, and it just started going off. And the only thing I typed was Ogen, and I don't remember if I put it up on the PSC 13 side or on the WhatsApp chat, but I just said Ogen. And remember that I said that I like it between the 85 and 90 cent level. And it, if you were ready for it, what you could have done is maybe throughout this time, this past 2 3 days, you could have set a buy limit at 80, 85 or so. You could have gone here and or to your app on your phone and put a buy limit. If it gets to 85 and it starts, or if you set your limit buy at 85, a point 85, and it starts going up, it'll fill you up on the way up. And of course, you start taking profits when you have 20, 30%. That's another way that traders that or people who work, right? They're at work and they don't have time to be looking at this stuff, but they understand their levels. They do that. They put a buy order at a certain level that they want to see that stock go and break. So they'll put it up there, and if the stock gets to that level, they'll fill them up. They're in the trade, and they take profits. They might set another sell order, limit order at maybe 10%, 20%, and that makes it a little easier. You don't have to be checking your phone, your computer, stuff like that. That's another way you can trade, guys. And of course, I give you my trade ideas here, so you can do stuff like that if you're one of those people who works and doesn't have time to be constantly checking your phone or your platform. So OGEN, guys, the trade idea was there, and like one of the people who posted the comments on YouTube, I agreed with them, and I'm pretty sure they're happy about it right now, and they're probably gonna say, "See, I told you so." And yes, yes, you did. And like I said, I completely agree with it. And here it is, guys. It's the proof. Now on this one, it's trickling back up right now after market, so it might have a possible continuation tomorrow, what they call sympathy plays. Now, just be careful with that, and just make sure that it does break over this 112 level, and then for sure, take profits when you have them, and trade conservatively, because it does it is a very volatile stock. It can drop out of nowhere, so just be careful with that OGEN. And another one from previous videos, guys, with the trade ideas that I posted up there with you all, for you all, is CLSK, guys. I remember I told you that I was teaching my nephew the ABCD pattern, and that the 260 level was a buy zone here, and we would have sold somewhere here. And then I told you, now what we're looking for is for it to come and break this level. Now, the other thing that happened here is that it didn't get rejected. This 9 EMA started showing support, and then it started trickling back up. So the entry would have been yesterday, for today's move. But again, it was there. And remember those patterns that I talk about, where they jump, curl back up. So this would have been an entry. And, unfortunately, I didn't take it. But if you were following this trade, you could have done it. And that's one of the things that I want to reiterate to you guys, that sometimes, you just gotta wait a few couple extra days, depending on what the stock is doing, and then that entry will, it'll give you the opportunity. The trade idea that you had, it probably didn't work on that day, but don't put it in the back burner. Always come back to it. Always revisit, because that's what's happening with FCEL. That's what happened. That's probably what's going to happen with UAVS. That's what happened with Solo. That's what happened with so many other trades that I posted up there. And again, it's just the timing of the trade. Sometimes the timing isn't there. That does not mean it's not going to work. Just mean it didn't work at that point in time. All right, guys. So that's just one of the things that I wanted to touch base with you all, as far as trading goes. That don't feel bad if a trade idea doesn't work. Always keep it on your list. Go back and revisit, because that idea might come to fruition later, either that week or a couple of days later, or sometime later. The best example I can give you guys is when we traded FCEL. Remember, I called it here for the break of three. On this day, we got in it because it was a touch and go. Let me zoom in. On this day, we jumped in it because it was a touch and go. It showed support here, came back up, did this doji candle. So we jumped in it here. We sold it up here at 320. So we made profits here. But then, it started trickling back up. And again, we wanted it to continue going. We wanted that big push. But it had earnings coming up. And remember, I don't like trading through earnings. I know I made a mistake, but that won't happen again. I'm hoping I don't have to jinx myself. Anyway, so it started trickling back up, and right now it's up over three. So it came back, and now it's over that three level, and hopefully tomorrow we get that continuation. So again, guys, I hope you enjoy the video. Like and subscribe and share. And remember, never give up on the trade. Okay, so we'll catch you in the next one, guys.